We are the Underground Link-Up, or TULU for short.
We are a creative development network made up of artists and marketing professionals based in the Midlands, UK.
We help artists from across the globe in the commercial music sector to connect, create and collaborate.
We host live events providing artists with spaces to showcase their talent, and our online community helps artists grow their network.
Lastly, we have our very own recording and content creation studio located in Warwickshire.
The first of what we hope will be multiple nationwide locations.
Our vision is to create an infrastructure for artists in the independent creative sector.
Our mission? To share knowledge and nurture a creative community.
The music industry is multifaceted and fast-paced.
We've taken on a lot on our shoulders and covered a lot of ground already, especially in the male-dominated space in which we exist.
The odds seem stacked against us, but we believe so heavily in our vision, we are pushing down boundary after boundary to reach our goals.
Strawberries and Creem vlog starting. Woo! Say hi to the Strawberries and Creem vlog.
What up?
What up?
It's the weekend before the Backyard, which is our festival, and we're going to visit another festival that is run by an incredible brand that we have been talking to for quite some time called Strawberries and Creem.
And we were also asked to invite several of our artists that we're working with. So for us, this means it's quite a big deal, as we can then showcase some of the artists, what it's like to be on the other side of a festival and go as though they are artists performing.
It's going to be so much fun, but it's also just going to be a really good learning experience, and potentially we could pick up some last-minute tips on how we could make the Backyard even more amazing.
We're at Strawberries and Creem. We're here doing festival research. So we got our guy Jen.
We in the house.
Yeah,
we outside, man. Come on.
Yeah.
In the rain.
We are in the rain.
Strawberries and Creem is a festival brand that has come out from Cambridge. It's really inspiring for me to see a company that holds very similar values and traditions as TULU, but are just several years ahead in the process.
We're going to go and scope it out, even though it's a much larger scale to ours, to see things about the logistics, as well as just to take in the weekend and enjoy it.
Hi, the 2021 Employee of the Month every month. Period. So we have the TULU gang at something past 8.
Justice for Wilson. Justice for Wilson. Justice for Wilson. Justice for Wilson. Justice for Wilson.
Strawberries and Creem, and we're trying to get justice for Wilson.
Wilson.
Justice for Wilson.
Justice for Wilson.
The relationship between Strawberries and Creem and TULU is vital because it gives us something to aim towards and a path in which we can look up to as we pursue a similar pathway through festivals.
Strawberries and Cream make some noise, I'm telling you, man. I need y'all to make some noise for my partner in crime.
Strawberries and Creem 2022 is over. We're all a little bit disheveled. Tired. But no, sick festival.
Hi everyone! What a glorious day. It's such a glorious day at Mill Gardens. Doing a little spin round. So in 3 days? 3 days? 3 days. 3 days we will be occupying this field with lots of stages and lots of food and music and good vibes.
Whilst we have thrown outdoor events before and we've done lots of programming for different events indoors, planning a festival with multi-stages outside is very different. It's very stressful and there's a lot of things for us to remember all the time. Fortunately, we've got someone amazing working the logistics, so we're not having to get too bogged down with the health and safety and insurance side of things, but just having a bigger picture view and understanding how all that stuff works is so important in case any of us miss something.
booking food vendors, making sure you have everything for all different dietary requirements, curating the lineup, making sure that, especially when, as ambitious as we have been with trying to get almost every genre you possibly can, and to make sure you have every level of artist as well. Planning this festival has been exciting and a roller coaster of emotions, but nothing as I ever expected it would be.
We're working with a much larger team than we're used to as well. Usually there's only 2 of us working on projects. This time we're working with a group of students from Warwick University who are collaborating on the project with us, providing some of the acts as well as helping out with a bit of the promotion. It's a completely different way of working altogether. So many moving parts and really, really stressful.
As we get closer and closer towards the festival and we've really solidified everyone's job roles, we have realised that we would have actually probably been better off with less cooks in the kitchen per se, and having a smaller team but with more experience under their belt and a bit more of an idea of how processes work in order to achieve the desired outcomes.
Delegating tasks are hard, and managing everything that needs to be done alongside the students' really busy exam schedule is difficult. They're all struggling to cope, and a lot of them are last year students. So Georgie and I have to step in and do a lot more of the on-the-ground work, a lot more of the promotional work, and just strategizing and making sure it all comes together.
We've got 2 days to go. The unit is an absolute state.
I think they're going to be absolutely divine. I cannot believe how horrendous the unit looks.
I know.
It's actually embarrassing. We've got a meeting and I'm not having it here because I'm embarrassed.
We've refused to have any meetings here. Studio sessions are cancelled for the foreseeable.
No one's allowed to come here.
Right.
Oh, I need to get...
We have to go collect the wristbands. Deuces. So,
we've just picked up the wristbands for the festival.
there are so many here. This is like sheets of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And look how many stacks there are, and this is predicted to be for everyone. That just puts it into real terms of how many people are actually going to be coming. Oh, and obviously we're going to have 8 track there on the day 2, and hopefully next week we can return our unit to an actual recording studio, not a warehouse.
It goes without saying, but I do really hope that we can prove as a concept that this festival works for the community, it works financially, and it works for our brand, so that we can leave this festival at the end of it all and then pat ourselves on the back, maybe give ourselves a week off, and then get planning the next one straight away.
There's a lot to do and a lot to cover. I mean, we've got 71 acts at this festival. Trying to get them all the same amount of promo time on social media is a logistical nightmare, but we're ploughing through, meeting up with the artists and making some really cool content, and I think it's getting people excited about the festival.
People coming to the backyard! And there's also only 19 of the early bird cheap tickets left. Please don't holler at me once they're gone, because I'm telling you now, you're not getting it. And also, don't be asking me for no damn guest list.
So today we're meeting with Kate Livingston to go on a walkthrough of the park before the festival, so that we can really visualise and picture where everything's going to go. Now, Kate is a friend of our brand, but she's also someone we've worked with on a few different events. She runs a lot of the festivals in Leamington Spa. Kate's really important to the planning of the festival because she has all the relationships with the right people. She knows all of the health and safety information. She knows all of the insurance information. And she's going to make sure that not only does the day run smoothly, but that it also runs safely.
Starting from the top.
Entrance point, also all suppliers will come up that way. They will come on between these trees. We just need to be very, very careful of tree branches.
Okay.
So just watch.
Main stage here,
Yes.
which would be the truck stage,
Yes.
now called the backyard stage.
I don't like the term main because I feel like it then diminishes people in other areas.
Kate is nothing short of an absolute saint. She's a godsend when it comes to organising festivals. Backyard stage.
Yeah.
The DJ stage is called the TULU stage because they're the guys providing the sound system for it.
Right.
And then what was the acoustic stage is now the vibes tent.
So that's where it's going to be selfies at the back, acoustic in the front, hopefully not too noisy in the back.
My biggest fear about the day is that there's going to be sound clashes, and I've already told everyone that there's not really going to be, but there's no real way of me knowing that until the day. I'm hoping all the stages are courteous to each other, but one of the stages is a sound system. And if you know anything about sound systems, then you'll know the louder the better.
Excellent, okay.
So then we're going to have what was going to be bars here. No, food here, but it's not anymore. That's now going to be games area. If that was there, we're moving it there.
Yeah, no, I think we go back to games over there, actually, if I'm honest.
Kate is taking a real holistic view of everything going on. She has a lot of the contacts that we need, and also she knows the ins and outs when it comes to health and safety, insurance, everything from how to get vendors on board and which vendors to get on board, and everything with how to handle the local community and what we have to do about surrounding houses.
More space that side, you've got quite a lot of space that side, don't you? So if people are like running around, tug of war, whatever, you've got more space. Well,
Over there
over
to do
here,
it.
you're kind of very much in the stage area.
Yeah.
So I think we carry on with food. 1, 2, 3, Thai, halloumi, Bedford.
Yep.
A little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Some
Benches.
seating area, a bit of benches, and then we move on to drinks, 8-track, cocktails, and then probably Bedford Bar being the biggest, so in the furthest corner.
Yeah.
Bedford
Yeah.
Bar probably needs the most electricity as well, so if it's closest to it, that's probably
Yeah.
as well. And then generator will be there and cordoned off, ideally behind.
The rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we will come around and we will have again a bit of a gap, and between the last 2 benches down there we will go with the
Vibes tent.
Vibes tent.
As with every event we throw, I know that there's a point in the day, on the day, and during the event that there is nothing else you can physically do to make this any better. And 9 times out of 10, I hit that point and I realise all of the hard work that we have done comes to fruition, and it's even better than I even expected. So I'm hoping that that moment will come to light. I've wanted to do this for 10 years. So I think just being at a festival that I've thrown, no matter what the state of it, I'll be pretty happy.
Do I let you go, or do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my man.
The festival is literally tomorrow, and we've got so much to do. We've been boxing up influencer packages and even tried to pull together a last-minute sign just to enhance the experience that tiny bit more before the big day.
Time is getting closer and closer and closer to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. There's little things that crop up, such as
Making sure that everyone who needs to come in is down.
are the games going to be okay?
Sorting out all of the guest list spaces.
What happens when people turn up on the door? Will the vibe be good enough? Will there be enough decorations?
And making sure that the artists are going to have everything that they need. There's beers everywhere, there's boxes everywhere. We've had to bring in my sister to come and help us. One of the producers is here, and we're working well into the night to make sure that all of those final details are just perfect.
So we're just really sort of crossing the I's and dotting the T's and getting ourselves into a really good headspace for tomorrow.
Are we going to get any sleep tonight, and are we going to be able to cope all day tomorrow? I'm just not sure. It's getting really late though.
We're at the TULU Fest, and it's lit!
I can't believe that we've done this. Everyone's having such a good time. People are playing tug of war. People are listening to jungle music in the Talawa tent. People are sat on inflatable chairs listening to acoustic singer-songwriters in the acoustic tent. And the band stage is being brought to life by some of the University Band Society favourites.
Months of hard work for a day of celebration of local music and good times.
So far, so good, and we're hoping that the rest of the day carries on like this. Seeing it all together, all happening at once, and everyone having a good time is making me feel so overwhelmed. I have to keep on running off and taking a minute to myself because I just can't believe what we've achieved.
My phone will not stop going off. It's busy and it's hectic, but it's going really well. I'm feeling very excited for the rest of the day. The weather is held off. The whole team have pulled together. The vibe is really good. The food vendors are making some incredible food. The bars are lively. The music is exactly as we planned. And Vince was very happy to know that there is no sound clash going on. There's just slight issue with telling the sound system guys to just be considerate of the other tents. But the vibe is good, we're having a good time, and I'm very excited to see how the rest of the day pans out.
I think one of the best parts of today is seeing the different musical communities all in the same space. People who have never performed on a lineup or event together before. TULU do amazing things in the local community, as does the student music scene. But being able to bring those together for the first time feels incredible. And seeing everyone learning about new artists and music that they've not discovered before is even better, because whilst we could have hoped for a great day of people having fun, finding out a bit of musical discovery, a genre you've never heard before, or an artist that you'd love to hear again, I mean, that's what it's about for the artists and for the people attending. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Things have been going off without a hitch, vibes were good, and it was that moment where I'm like, yeah, we did this. It's gonna go well, it's going well.
Tell us what the situation is, what's happening with the business right now.
The after party is going to be at a certain venue, but
Everyone, owners have pulled out, leaving us in the dry. So currently we're trying to find out if we've got alternatives, other venues.
There's an hour to go to the end of the festival, and we're having an issue with the after party venue.
The after party venue have pulled the venue. Vince is off dealing with that. I have the headliners about to go onto the main stage. They go to run the first track and all the sound cuts out.
We are now in panic mode